All right, Pisces, I've meditated on your cards. I have meditated on your sign, the energy that you carry. And first of all, let's get into some of these books to get a message from our Savior here. This is Talk to Me, Jesus. It's a little bathroom reader. But for today's date is March 20th. I went to March 20th, of course, but it says, faith is knowing who I've created you to be, and with this knowing, moving forward, always forward, never back. Faith is daring to question me. Confident I'll answer with love and never condescendingly. Faith is believing where I lead you leads to something good. Faith is the light that breaks through the long, black alleyways of the impossible. Faith is the triumphant hero of every scrimmage, every chaotic tug of war, and every battle you'll ever confront. Faith is the language you use with me. And I also, running with this 320 number, this is angel numbers right here, but 320, it means you have a direct connection with God. Let yourself be loved. You are entitled to a personal relationship with your divine parents. So that's pretty cool. And as I've been doing here, I've been reading poetry, the poems that I write, and kind of some downloads that I get. And it's kind of been my journal here. But this is what we have. My end game. You say you were vulnerable. Yes, I agree that it had become a subliminal mess. The confusion was an intrusion to progress. The conclusion had become an illusion at best. In all honesty, this felt too good to be true. It caught us both off guard in knowing what to do. The frustration stifled any efforts to follow through. The truth? You were stuck on me and I on you. We danced with the idea back and forth and in and out, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, twirling you about. This energy of the 5D translates into the 3D as doubt, although from the rooftops I holler and shout. I wasn't really paying effort to falling in love. Hell, love was the last thing I thought of. Now that this internally has gone from push to shove, I have learned to give it to God and the worlds above. I see now the pathway ahead, and hallowed be thy name. Isn't it fair to say that we both feel the same? I say this without shame. You are my end game. I'm going as far to say you are my twin flame. So that's pretty deep. But yeah, I don't know why I was going to shut it off like the reading was over. So the end game, right? But I also created this deck here. This is of the major arcanas. And shuffled them and been shuffling them for a little while here before getting started here. Let's get into your reading and see what we have. Kind of that pre-energies kind of got me kind of amped up a little bit, but here we go. Spirit, show us Pisces and the energy they are operating in. So we have the Devil in reverse. This is like breaking free from this 3D matrix world here, breaking free from an addiction, from things that hold you down or hold you back, keep you from your divine destiny here. We also have death. Yes, we have death here. That's also letting things die away, letting the rebirth take place. This is a Hermit in reverse, and the upright looks like this. This was like going into, for more enlightenment, going into the cave to seek enlightenment. But it looks like you're looking at the cave after leaving it, looking at the monster of your past here, you know. And in the reverse, that's what I'm talking about. Is you're not going in, you're leaving the cave, whatever that might mean to you. Let's see here. We also have you're healing, you're healed, you're making a wish, you're going for your wish, the wish that you desire here. Let's see here, I get the card straight on the table. But yeah, the star energy here in the 4th position. This is like near future kind of energy here. You're coming out of hermit mode. And it looks like we have 2 cards that come down here. We're going to put them back in. It was Judgment and the Wheel of Fates, the Wheel of Fortune, and that's what came out. Wheel of Fortune in the upright here. So this is yeah, perfect timing too around St. Patrick's Day and everything. But this is like things working out in your favor here. You doing the necessary things to advance, but also to go inside of yourself to bring out your qualities and to see things through God's eyes, you know, and that gets that wheel turning. It gets you to be creative in the way you view the world, and to find in your heart and find in your mind, and find throughout all your chakras a connection to everything in the world, so that you can gain that perspective of God's perspective, God's love, God's nurturing and caring eye, that relationship that you deserve with your with your Father in heaven, with your heavenly parents. So we have 5:50 on the clock there. If that has any meaning to you there. Also, let's get into some more of the tarot here. We're going to pull some angel tarot cards here. That's what they look like if you're familiar with them. But yeah, I like this reading. This is what's necessary here, and I think for anybody to ascend, no matter where you're at in the ascension process, I think this is what you have to do. This is kind of like that reset button, you know. But it looks like you've done hit the button, and you know, you're cutting ties with things that you were once deeply connected to, and just recently probably experienced a rebirth kind of a feeling, but it coming out in a new way, a new healed way, more along the lines of what you desire and wish for, and that masculine and feminine energies being balanced within you, and getting that wheel turning, spinning in your mind. This is a mind's eye, seeing things through God's eyes. You know, it's things working out in your favor. You're highly blessed. You're highly supported by those on your side of the veil. You're also very lucky at this time. With that being in the fifth position, I would consider that very, very, very lucky. It's like that river card, you know. So here we go, Spirit of Pisces and the Devil in Reverse. Can we get some clarification on that? We got two cards here, and we got Three of Swords in reverse. This is that heartbroken card in the upright. That's what it looks like. Let's see what it says. It says love and submission cures illness, influences paternal love, gives long life. So it says the quickly forgiving God. So it's for forgiveness here. It's like being able to walk away from the situation, but also at the same time forgive it, you know. And so we also have the preventing God, Page of Wands, the preventing God picture in there. But let's see here. It says propagation of light confounds the wicked and slanders, saves from enemies. So, and I got Lady Liberty here, you know, just with that torch in her hand here. But it's like you're bearing the torch of truth. You're bearing the torch of it's like a wand, like this magic within you to shield you from your enemies, from those that pass on slander and talk evil upon your name. But also here I'm seeing that sword again in this picture here, the sword of truth. You know, it's helping you to walk away from certain addictions, certain afflictions in your life, but to do so with a different perspective. That's the whole idea about all of this, with the lesson learned here. So if we can get a clarification on death here, the death. And the death is that I'm being drawn to his flag here, and it's that white flower here, and I'm getting that lotus flower. This is that blossoming, that new rebirth, the beauty within, coming and sprouting out in your 3D life. But the 5D world isn't something that's in the sky. The 5D world is within. You know, it's finding that place within. And it says the Three of Wands right here. It says construction of the universe, help with great works, protection from adversaries. It's exactly what we were talking about here. This is going into the unknown. You can see these wings coming out in front and covering the eyes. It's eliciting that faith, having faith, the God of hope, right? The number on the card is 3. On the other cards, we had 27 and 39. 39 is 12, 27 is 9. So 12 breaks down even more into a 3, which is another 3. We got 33 on the board, and we have 9. So 9 is the completion of cycles, which is, yeah, cycles is like addictions, stuff like that, or things that you were connected to that you couldn't really break out of your mind or out of your heart, but you're definitely on the process of doing that, and have done that. But the Three of Wands is also looking off into the distance, waiting for your ships to come sailing in. And then we have the Four of Wands right here next to the Three of Wands to clarify for death. And it says God the Savior. It says rectification helps one live in peace with everyone. So yes, it's that God perspective, to see love in all things, and to appreciate all things, whether it be good or bad. You see in more depth of what they are, what they mean, and what it pertains to the world that we live in, what realm we are in the world that we live in, right? The number on the card is 5. 3 is also a number of the Trinity, so the God of hope. And you have the preventing God, the quickly forgiving God, and the God of hope. Now you have the God, the Savior. So the word on there, Four of Wands, is that looks like Messiah, but it's a Mahasaya, right? So pretty interesting there. 5 is also stepping away from all the conflict in the trials. You know, not letting them affect you as much. It's rectification helps one live in peace with everyone. That includes your enemies, right? So here we go. We got in the middle card, we have the Hermit Reverse. Let's get a clarification on that. We have the Four of Pentacles, but it came in reverse here, just like the Three of Swords as well. But this right here, it says self-atonement, cures mental illness, deliverance from persecution. So God liberating the oppressed. So you've lived a pretty hard life, and it's like you've gone into this cave several times, right? And then we have the Emperor. This is a lot of Aries energy here, but it says political authority gives safe travel and protects against conspiracies. And so, like unto God, you're likening yourself unto God. The numbers here. So we got 666. This is the present moment here, but 666 is not a bad number. See, the 9 upside down becomes a 6. We also have number 60 on this card, which breaks down into a 6. And then we also have 4 and 2, which break down into a 6. So, like unto God. So, I just heard something too. It's in the end, or the final days, the good will be viewed as bad, and the bad would be viewed as good. So it's kind of like this reverse psychology going on here with the 666. You think it's the mark of the beast, but it's absolutely not. It's actually it's harmonious. It's a harmonious card with family, with victory, and it's stable. It's a very stable kind of love, and it's like transformation. It's transformative in the respect to what's previously being laid on the table here. How you celebrate love, and how you are triumphant through your trials in these dark alleys, as said in the Talk to Me Jesus there. How you always have a companion with you. This Emperor also is a is like taking action towards these goals, these aspirations, these dreams that you have within you, to carry out a specific mission here. Let's clarify the star here. Clarify the star here for Pisces. Clarify the star here. Kept having a couple flippers in there, but there we got 2. And then we got so we have here the 9 of Swords and the 2 of Swords in reverse. This is about your words, about your thoughts, the things that you tell yourself. And that's what boosts your confidence. And the confidence, I'd say, comes from like your sacral chakra, from your solar plexus, as well as your heart, right? But it says right here, this is what it looks like in the upright. This is that 2 of Swords, but this is like in the reverse. I'm taking it off of normal tarot, but these cards are more focus driven for being in the upright, but I just like to show you how they come out. This is breaking the circle. Life opposing barriers brings victory. Just like I said, the victory that's happening and taking place right now for yourself. The number on the card is 37. That adds together to 10. We also have the Nine of Swords, Hariel. This is what it looked like in the upright. And this is saying here, it says purification, protection from the impious. And it says religious sentiments. So and this is also a 15, which is like that devil card. It's like drawing me to that devil card. It says the comforting God. So it's and 15 breaks down into a 6, which brings up another 6 here from that present moment or present realm that you're living in right now. But it says the comforting God. You're being comforted by the knowledge of breaking the cycle. Life opposing barriers brings victory. You're being comforted by your own victories. And so that's what I'm getting from that. Let's get another one here and on the bottom of the deck we have the star. So this is making those wishes, setting your intentions, and this is God the Just, and the number on the card is 32. 3 and 2 break into a 5. So the star being with 5 is like being more intentional with your intentions, being focused on and direct, also not direct but concrete, no, sure, certain, and broken down into seeing. I'm hearing this, but it's setting your goals with a bunch of small goals so that you can have some sense of victory. Victory is what we're talking about here. So it's like set these smaller goals that accumulate into bigger goals, and so that you can manifest quicker, better, and feel like you're progressing. For progression here, it says right here, the star, the God, the Just. It says clemency and equilibrium. So it's that balance that we're talking about here. It protects against attacks in the Quartz. So there's something that you're doing right now that's it's going to take contracts. It's going to take a lot of protection from naysayers, from enemies, from those that oppose, but also in the Quartz. So it's like being conscious of all of this and protecting yourself in every area and aspect that we're talking about here. I threw the card down, but I'm going to put it back in because it was just the bottom card there. But the Wheel of Fates, we're going to get a clarification on the Wheel of Fates, the Wheel of Fortune, what's going on with the Wheel of Fortune here. There we go. We got the Knight of Swords. So this is quick action here. And this is saying the all-pervading God. The number on the card is 59, which breaks down into a 14. If that means anything to you, but another 5. So we got 5s and 6s all over the board. It says intellectual richness. And it says protects fertility of women, makes children respectful towards their parents. So this is in the Wheel of Fates. This is what's being in the future. Like maybe you might be having some problems with your children, or you might be the problem child, but it's paying respects to and from children. And I just heard a verse from scripture, and I think it was fathers will turn their hearts to their children, and children will turn their hearts to their fathers. I want to say it's sorry, I couldn't pull that out there. But here we have another card, but that is the verse. But anyway, it's the 8 of Cups here. It says, God, the pleasure of man's children. Wow, that was pretty cool. But transformation, it says, gives consolation in adversity. So in the adversity and dealing with children, there's going to be a change. There's going to be a level of respect when the parent listens to the child and really soaks up what the child is going through, and then the parent shows empathy and describes in their own words what they feel from the child's description, and there's kind of a relationship building process taking place there. But the 8 of Cups is also in the Standard Tarot, is walking away from what no longer serves you. You know, these 8 broken cups, and none of them filled with emotion. So maybe it's desensitized from emotion, but you're walking into a place where the cups will be filled. And this takes place within your closest proximity, which is your family and your kids. They are your legacy, and So teaching your kids the knowledge that you have is very beneficial, especially when it pertains to God and your relationship with your Father in heaven, with the universe, and what it is that you're learning and gaining at this time, because it's equally as beneficial to you as it is to them. And it builds the relationship. The bond is stronger. So and it feels like maybe your children might be on empty reserves here. So yes, but you're healing. You're going through the process. You're understanding how love is to be expressed. You're seeing things in a different scope, so to speak. And here we have now for you some oracles. Let's get to the oracle here. And invisible. So this is and this is kind of crazy here, but this is kind of what the devil man kind of did to you. This was in the reverse, but I'm showing this to you so you can see that you probably were beat down, and it could be actual literal, but this is more in the sense that you allowed yourself to become invisible in this lesson here. It took the man out and the devil was replaced. And I just heard something as well. It's like, don't hate the person, hate the energy. There's energy that's taking place here. But the 16 is on the card here. 16 broken down as a 7. This is being spiritually guided to find your identity, to find your true identity. And that's in that past position. That was the reason for this death to take place, is so that you could really hunker down to find your self-identity. Your identity as it pertains to God. We also have the message. This is clarifying underneath the death. So the message is also about God and about the God of hope. That's the 3 and the 5. 8 might be a significant number to you as well, but 45 is the number on this card, the message. And you might be connected to a raven or a crow or as a spirit animal, but number 9 is also the completion of cycles. We already had that show up as well, but 8 is like a life path number. 7 could be, 9 could be, but 8 is like a karmic or karma kind of payout, or it could be karmic debt from a previous lifetime. So there was definitely a lesson there for you to research, to go into the past of past life. And the only way to get there is through the emotional baggage, to get through the clutter and to find your way through the swamp to the waterfall, the emotions that will allow you to open up your heart again. I don't know where that came from, but that was pretty fascinating. But here we go. We have too many cards, but there's one that was face up, and we'll take it. It says the warrior. So you are a warrior here, and the number on the card is 2. So it's like you in this present moment, in this present realm, again, like I say, and it's you're with this understanding and with this healing, you can really teach people from what you've been through all the trials, tribulations, the battles, the wars that you've fought alone and had to give yourself closure to. And this is having that direct connection with the duality that's inside of you, and appreciating the mixture. So every time I think of duality, I think of that yin and yang right here, that dark and the light. But it's having the eyes in both there, in both, to see things as they truly are, and it might be kind of upsetting to see things in your family dynamics and things like that you're seeing the truth of. And it's like, don't hate the person, hate the energy, and do what you can to transmute the energy is what I'm hearing. So here we have, in clarification to the star, with some oracles here. We have one that was flipped upside down, and lust. So you're healing the desires of lust here. The number on the card is 2 and 4, which breaks down into another 6 here. I was going to say that was underneath the Hermit, but it's under the star. So it says, God, the Lord of virtues. So yes, I'm connecting it with this card here. It's breaking free. Look, it's like having this, you could be guy or girl, but right here, this lustful thing here, but then boom, throwing the swords down, throwing the lustful tendencies away from you, so that you can actually get real love here. And that's God helping you in that, doing that, so that you can appreciate what real love is. And you may know already what real love is, and so this is probably shucking away those lustful desires of others. The Nine of Swords, the confronting God, purification. You're being purified. You've been going through this process of purification, protection from the impious. Yes. Religious sentiments. You're bringing back that morality into your life. 2 and 4, 6, harmony. Morality, and I'm also hearing modesty. Modesty and morality is what I'm hearing. All right, so to clarify the Wheel of Fates, we are going to see here. And mind you, this is a love reading, and you can see here we're not really talking about someone else. We're doing a lot about talking about you. We had a flipper here, and this is hope. The Wheel of Fates is going to re-establish hope. And the number on the card is 2 and 7, which is 9. It's the completion of cycles where you can have a reestablished sense of hope, and your desires are going to be of purity and faith is what I'm hearing here. And this moon here, between now and the next full moon is what I'm hearing. This hope will be instilled here. This hope, this beacon of hope that you are. So you're going to exemplify. You're going to be a good example of hope because of the hope that you carry within your heart here. Now we can go into something else here. What Spirit, where should I go with this? Yeah, I'm being drawn to that moon card here. So I'm going to do this moon deck right here to kind of give us a sense of clarity and direction of what all of this means. Spirit, show us for Pisces. Yes. It says, show the world the real you. Show the world the real you. And this says a full moon in Aquarius. Yeah, and I'm not sure when that is, but this is, and I wouldn't put it into the time of the moon cycles of when this will happen. It's just telling you right now. Show the world the real you. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else for Pisces right now? For Pisces at this time? Anything else? Yes. And we have. The answers you need are coming. And this is full moon in Gemini. So yeah, full moons, between full moons or something of that nature. I don't, whatever that might mean to you there though. But yes. Anything else before we get this thing closed out? We got 27:17 on the clock there. 27:17. Yeah, Spirit says we're done with that deck. So let's get the last deck, and this is what I like to call like the nail in the coffin here. This is what we have for you, Pisces. Let's see, this would be a stone that you would carry with you during this time, and this is what it's called. This is right here. Very beautiful stone. It says Angel Phantom Quartz. It says faith, healing, and renewal. I mean, holy cow. Acting as a direct connection to the spiritual realm. Angel Phantom Quartz provides a profound relationship with your spiritual team. It aids in overcoming trauma, addressing inner child wounds, healing repressed memories, and alleviating negative emotions that have been haunting you from the past. With this awareness, Angel Phantom Quartz allows you to release yourself from trapped memories to gain your own personal freedom. Empower yourself and write your own story. Despite whatever has happened to you in the past, you owe that to yourself. This is under the energy of the moon, which is very powerful there, and then the governing zodiac is Capricorn. So it's like putting a lot of practicality into your new life, right? Being very, coming from a very practical place here, you know. Yeah, this is a love reading, but I think this is very geared towards self-love, the love of your Savior, but the love of who you are and the respect to the vessel that you are operating from here. We have on the clock 28:54. If it has anything to you, Spirit, is there anything else here? All right. So this is a deck that I have here that's you know, in happiness. It was like, yeah, that's what you're writing your story to be geared towards happiness. But Spirit, what other emotions are going to help drive this this new life and this new story, this new inner dialogue for Pisces here? The inner dialogue. What is the inner dialogue here? All right. So I had these. Well, you know, in this right here, fear. fear. So you might be experiencing some fear with this and how things are going to be playing out here. And it says, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Yeah, I felt that right there. Yes, that is so good. I mean, and then service. I feel good when I can help others. So that's that heart chakra. This here is the crown chakra as well as the root chakra. So from head to toe, you might be experiencing some fear, but the way you alleviate that fear is through service, to open up your heart. And it says, I feel good when I can help others. And the thing about service is when you forget about your own problems and you serve others, you're receiving the greater gift. You give of yourself to others and to serve others, you are going to be receiving the greater gift. And it's that gift, not like they're going to pay you for your service. It's like giving yourself freely to people, and not like that, but like by service. And it's you receive the payment from God, and the payment is an energetic exchange of joy. And it opens your heart chakra, really being emphasized in this service card here. But it says, blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So it's like being blameless, you know, and it's seeing the world in this new perspective is allowing you to accept all things as they are, but also to have no reason to blame anything for anyone for anything, but to live with, I got Lady Liberty again, and I glance at this card as I do, but like being free, open arms. You accept things with open arms. You don't allow fear to overtake you to where it affects you from head to toe and shuts you down. But you also have a open heart here to be able to operate from, and blameless. You know, I'm getting that from the card, but the colors on the card is your throat chakra, it's your third eye, it's your very centered here is your solar plexus. But then also you have all of those chakras here. You got the crown chakra, you also got the sacral chakra, and you got all of them but the heart here. So yeah, so you leave your when you blame, you know, when you point your finger at somebody, there's three always pointing back at you. Instantly, you're shutting off your heart. So that's what I'm getting from that card. You shut off the heart chakra when you pass blame, when you say things to. There's always three fingers pointing right back at you when you point your finger. So remember that, and I think that's gonna be your reading there. And we're at 3221, 3222. 3223, any of those numbers mean anything to you? 3223 is actually the same number in reverse. So something told me to look in here, 323. We got a minute here. 323 and the number. 323, what does that mean in angel numbers here? It says, this is that book again. But it says, Ascended Masters are with you to remove all blockages and challenges on your pathway so that you can live fearlessly. Wow, that is awesome. Well, I think that's your reading. We're at 3303. All right, that's awesome. Cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate your likes, subscribes, shares, whatever you could do to help out the channel. That would be very much appreciated. And I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you. Namaste.